Welcome, we're live, Non-Stop Kids, 1 o'clock. You know what time it is. Of course, it's Non-Stop Kids Live Fun Time. And today, look where I am. I'm in a library. Look at all these books here. And I thought, well, there's only one thing we can do in a library. We're going to have to tell a story, of course. And as you know, maybe if you've watched a couple of my videos by now, you will know that I absolutely love stories. So I've had a little flick through some of the books on our shelf here, lots of historical books, but I've picked one story that I think that I know, well, hopefully you might enjoy. Today's story I've chosen is Tangled Rapunzel, in honour of my super long hair at the moment. I'm waiting to get my hair cut, but it's so long I thought, you know what, let's tell the story of the princess with the longest hair on the planet. So grab your hairbrushes, sit down nice and comfy, get yourself some snacks as I tell the story of Rapunzel. Does anybody... Hi, Sarah. Does anybody else like Rapunzel? Anybody got any favourite Disney princesses? If you have, type them down below. I'd love to know your favourite Disney princesses or your favourite stories. Either one. So, let's get into it, I think. I might get you to do some sound effects and interactions for me to make it a little bit more magical. But here we go. If we're ready, we shall begin. So once upon a time, in a land far, far away, a drop of sunlight fell to the ground. It grew into a magical golden flower that possessed healing powers. An old woman named Mother Gothel discovered the flower and hoarded its power to preserve her youth and beauty. I think we'd all do that, let's be honest. As centuries passed, a glorious kingdom was built close to the cliff where the flower grew. When the beloved queen fell ill, the townspeople searched for the legendary flower until at last they found it. The flower made the queen well, and she soon gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. The king and queen launched a lantern into the sky in celebration. There she is. Hopefully you can see that. There she is. Beautiful Rapunzel. Yes, I know, Thea, you are a big Rapunzel fan. And, oh, Georgina's on holiday in France. Oh, enjoy. Well, hopefully you can listen to this story in the lovely France atmosphere. So, one night, the vengeful Mother Gothel slipped into the nursery, where she discovered that the healing power of the flower had transferred into the baby's golden hair. Mother Gothel cut off a lock of hair, but the hair was lost its power and turned brown. Mother Gothel knew that if she wanted to stay young, she had to keep the child with her always. She snatched the princess and vanished to a place where no one could find them. The king and queen were heartbroken. Each year on the princess's birthday, the king and queen released lanterns into the night sky. They hoped their light would guide their princess home. And there she is, look, Mother Gothel, stealing Rapunzel from the king and the queen. Oh, I don't like her already. Mother Gothel kept Rapunzel locked in a soaring tower and raised her as her daughter. Though the woman pretended to love Rapunzel, she only truly loved Rapunzel's golden hair. Rapunzel was happy with the companionship of Mother Gothel and her friend Pascal the chameleon. So I love watching this film because every time I see Pascal in the film, he goes like this. So could we all, after 3, pretend we're Pascal the chameleon and go like this? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Very good. Just because that's my favourite part of the film. But Rapunzel had one dream that she longed to come true. On the day before her 18th birthday, Rapunzel told Mother Gothel what it was. "I want to see the floating lights," she said, revealing a painting she had made of them. "They appear every year on my birthday, only on my birthday, and I can't help but feel like they're meant for me." Mother Gothel told Rapunzel she was too weak and helpless to handle the outside world. "Don't ever ask to leave this tower again," she said. She's not very nice. That's my evil Mother Gothel voice. Meanwhile, in another part of the forest, a thief named Flynn Rider was on the run with his partners in crime, the Stabbington brothers. Oh, goodness me. Flynn clutched tightly to a satchel that held a stolen royal crown. Flynn knew the Stabbingtons were too dangerous to be trusted, so he left them and took off with the satchel. But the captain of the guard and his horse, Maximus, were on his heels. The tricky thief knocked the captain off Maximus and landed in the saddle himself. Maximus spun in circles until he sunk his teeth into the satchel. As Flynn yanked the satchel free, he went flying into the air. There they are, there's Flynn Rider. And there's Maximus the horse, riding off away from the Stabbington brothers. What a name. The satchel snagged on a tree that extended over a cliff. Flynn and Maximus both made their way out onto the tree trunk. But the tree broke, sending the thief and horse toppling into the canyon below. Ah! When they landed, Flynn took off before Maximus could pick up his scent. The thief ducked into a cave. When he emerged from the other side, he saw something amazing. An enormous tower. It would make the perfect hiding place. He climbed the tower and scrambled into the open window. Finally, he breathed a sigh of relief. Everybody, very good. He was safe. Clang! Suddenly, something went black. There's the tall, tall tower. And who should be living in that tall, tall tower, do you think? Is it Snow White? No. Is it Sleeping Beauty? No. Is it Rapunzel, do you think? Yes, I think so. Rapunzel had been startled by the intruder. She snuck up behind him and hit him with a frying pan. Doink! Flynn was the first man she'd ever seen. He didn't look like the scary ruffians that Mother Gothel had warned her about. Rapunzel thought he was actually rather pleasant looking. After making sure he was unconscious, Rapunzel dragged Flynn to the closet and stuffed him inside. Oh, goodness me. She stuffed him in the wardrobe. Rapunzel felt exhilarated. Surely this act of bravery would prove to Mother that she could handle herself in the outside world. Then Rapunzel noticed the mysterious gold object in Flynn's satchel. Who remembers what was in the satchel? It was a gold thing we put on our heads. He stole it. It was a royal crown. That's right. She placed it on top of her head and gazed into the mirror. She felt different somehow. There she is with the royal crown on. Very nice. Hello, India. Hello. Thanks for joining us on our Rapunzel story today. Flynn Rider has just intruded into the big tower. Okay, so stick around. We've only really just started. Suddenly, Mother Gothel arrived. Rapunzel brought up the floating lights again. She was on about how to show Mother the stranger in the closet, but Mother cut her off. "We're done talking about this. You are not leaving the tower. Ever!" roared Mother Gothel. Ever? Rapunzel was shocked, realising she would never get out of the tower unless she took matters into her own hands. Rapunzel asked for another birthday present. She requested special paint that would require Mother to leave on a 3-day journey. I think she's got a plan. Mother Gothel agreed to get the paint and left the tower. Not wasting another second, Rapunzel dragged Flynn out of the wardrobe and offered him a deal. If Flynn took her to see the floating lights and returned her home safely, she would give him the satchel. Flynn had no choice and had to agree. There they are, look. Give me the satchel. But she wants to go and see the lights. Hopefully Flynn knows where they are. As much as Rapunzel longed to leave the tower, when the moment came, she was terrified. She had never been outside before. But when she glanced back at the painting of the floating lights, Rapunzel overcame her fear and leaped into the sky. With Pascal on her shoulder, let's do the noise for Pascal. Everybody go like this. Very good. She slid down her hair, stopping just inches from the ground. Slowly, Rapunzel touched one foot on the soft grass, and then the other. I can't believe this. I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I did this, she shouted as she rolled on the ground. Rapunzel was having the time of her life. One moment she was running around gleefully through a meadow, but the next she was sobbing face down in the fields of flowers. She felt that she was betraying her mother. Flynn tried to take advantage of Rapunzel's guilt by making her feel even worse. Oh dear. Does your mother deserve this? He asked. No. Would it break her heart? Of course. I'm letting you out of the deal. Let's turn around and take you home. Flynn's charms didn't work on Rapunzel. I'm seeing those lanterns, she insisted. And there she is, running around, absolutely loving being outside. Oh, yes, we can do a scavenger hunt another time, Georgina. That's a good idea. Not far from the tower, Mother Gothel came face to face with Maximus. A palace horse? She gasped, seeing the kingdom's sun symbol on Maximus's chest. She thought the guards had found Rapunzel. She turned and frantically raced back to the tower. Uh-oh, she's on her way back. Mother Gothel searched everywhere, but Rapunzel was gone. Then she saw something shiny beneath the staircase. It was the crown in the satchel, along with Flynn's wanted poster. Now she knew exactly who had taken Rapunzel, and nothing was going to stop her from finding him. Uh-oh, so now Mother is going to go and find Rapunzel and Flynn to bring her back home. By this time, Flynn had led Rapunzel to a cosy-looking pub called the Snuggly Duckling. But inside the place was filled with scary-looking thugs. Flynn was hoping to frighten Rapunzel into returning to the tower. Then someone held up Flynn's wanted poster. The pub thugs began fighting for the reward money, with Flynn caught right in the middle of the brawl. Rapunzel banged her frying pan on a giant pot to get their attention. She asked to let Flynn go, that she could make her dream come true. To Rapunzel's surprise, every one of the thugs had a secret dream too. Outside, Mother Gothel arrived at the pub. Uh-oh, she's here. She looked into the window and was shocked to see that Rapunzel had managed to befriend a room full of ruffians. There she is, though. If you remember, if you've seen this film, this is the part where they all sing about, I've got a dream, I've got a dream. If you remember that part, I like that bit. Suddenly, Maximus, the royal guards and the captive Stabbington brothers burst into the pub. Where's Ryder? Demanded the captain. One of the thugs revealed a secret passageway to Flynn and Rapunzel. They gratefully disappeared into the dark tunnel. Everybody wave goodbye to them. Off they go. They gratefully disappeared. That's right. Moments later, Maximum led the guards straight to the escape route. After they had left, the Stabbington brothers broke free and headed down the passageway themselves. Oh no, they're following them. They wanted the crown back. Mother Gothel had seen everything and made one of the thugs tell her where the tunnel ended. Flynn and Rapunzel sprinted through the tunnel and skidded to the edge of an enormous cavern. Rapunzel lassoed her hair around a rock and jumped. She swung over the wide chasm and landed on a stone column. Meanwhile, Flynn fended off Maximus and the guards with Rapunzel's frying pan. Doink! Rapunzel tossed her hair to him and held on tight as Flynn swung through the air right over the Stabbington brothers. They're a good team, those two, aren't they? But they weren't safe yet. Oh no! A dam suddenly burst, filling the entire cavern with water. Maximus, the guards and the Stabbingtons were washed away and Flynn and Rapunzel were trapped inside a small cave. The water quickly began to rise. As Flynn frantically searched for a way out, he cut his hands on the rocks. "Ah, it's pitch black. I can't see anything," he said. "Oh, this is all my fault," Rapunzel said tearfully. "I'm so sorry, Flynn." "Eugene. My real name's Eugene Fitzherbert," Flynn admitted. "Someone might as well know." "So he's not Flynn, he's called Eugene." Rapunzel revealed a secret of her own. "I have magic hair that glows when I sing." Suddenly she realised her hair could light up the cave and show them the way out. Oh, what a good idea. But at the tunnel's exit, Mother Gothel waited for Flynn and Rapunzel. But instead, the Stabbington brothers arrived. She offered them revenge on Flynn and something even more valuable than the crown. The Stabbington brothers liked the sound of that. Meanwhile, Rapunzel, Flynn and Pascal, let's do the noise for Pascal, very good, had made it safely to shore and built a campfire for the night. Rapunzel wrapped her hair around Flynn's injured hand and began to sing. Her glowing hair healed Flynn's wound. Flynn was flabbergasted. He was finally beginning to understand how truly special Rapunzel was. Let me show you a picture of that. There you are. "Flower gleam and glow, let your colour shine." I believe she also sings that. When Flynn went off to gather firewood, Mother Gothel appeared from the shadows of the woods to take Rapunzel back to the tower. But Rapunzel refused to go back. "I met someone and I think he likes me." Mother Gothel laughed at her. "Ha ha ha." She handed Rapunzel the satchel with the crown and told her that it was all Flynn wanted. Once Rapunzel gave it to him, the thief would vanish. After Mother Gothel set the seeds of doubt, she retreated back to the forest. Rapunzel wanted to trust Flynn, but she wasn't sure. She decided to hide the satchel in a nearby tree. The next morning, Flynn woke up to Maximus trying to drag him away. Rapunzel came to Flynn's rescue and talked the horse into letting the thief go free for one more day. As Flynn and Maximus shook on their truce, a bell rang in the distance. Ding, 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 ding. Rapunzel ran towards it until she came to the crest of a hill. Rapunzel gasped as the entire kingdom came into view. Her dream was just hours away from coming true. There's the kingdom. Oh my goodness me, I hope she gets to see the lanterns. Rapunzel, Flynn, Maximus and Pascal entered the gates of the kingdom. The town was the most exciting thing Rapunzel had ever experienced. A little boy greeted Rapunzel with a kingdom flag that had a golden sun symbol on it. Then a group of little girls braided Rapunzel's hair and pinned them with flowers. Afterwards, Rapunzel and Flynn joined the crowd as a dance was about to begin. There she is, look, getting her hair done by the little boys and girls. That's how we know Rapunzel with her lovely, lovely hair. Rapunzel was transfixed by a mosaic behind the stage. It was a king and a queen holding a baby girl with striking green eyes, just like hers. "Let the dance begin," called an announcer. Rapunzel and Flynn joined hands and began to whirl around the square. After they danced, the couple visited shops and enjoyed all the sights. All the while, they were getting to know each other better. Oh, I think they're falling in love. It was a wonderful day. As evening approached, Flynn led Rapunzel to a boat and rowed them to a spot with a perfect view of the kingdom. As lanterns filled the sky, Rapunzel's heart soared. She gave Flynn the satchel, which she had kept hidden all day. She was no longer afraid he would leave her once he had the crown. Beneath the glow of the lanterns, Rapunzel and Flynn held hands and gazed into each other's eyes. Oh, look, they're so in love. And at last I see the light. Another little bit from the film there. But, just when you think it's going to get good, their romantic moment ended abruptly when Flynn spotted the Stabbington brothers watching them from the shore. Quickly, he rowed the boat to land. "I'll be right back," Rapunzel said as he grabbed he told Rapunzel and he grabbed the satchel and rowed off. So Flynn is off to find the brothers. Flynn gave the brothers a crown, but they wanted Rapunzel and her magic hair instead now. He returned to Rapunzel, but the brothers knocked him unconscious, tied him to the helm of the boat and set him sailing off into the harbour. Oh no, they came for Rapunzel. Oh no. The brothers told her that Flynn had traded her for the crown. Rapunzel saw Flynn sailing away. She thought he had betrayed her. Rapunzel ran off into the forest with the brothers. Moments later, she heard Mother Gothel's voice. She ran back and found Mother standing over the unconscious brothers. "You were right, Mother," Rapunzel said tearfully, hugging her tight. Flynn's boat continued to sail until it crashed into a dock. 2 guards found him tied up with the stolen crown and immediately dragged him off to prison. Maximus was watching nearby. He had witnessed everything and knew he had to do something to save Flynn and Rapunzel. As Flynn was led down to the prison corridors by the guards, he spotted the Stabbington brothers in a nearby cell. They admitted that Mother Gothel had told them about Rapunzel's hair and eventually double-crossed them. Suddenly, the pub thugs from the Snuggly Duckling arrived and broke Flynn out of jail. Hooray! They launched him over the prison walls and onto Maximus's back, and Maximus had planned the entire escape. Flynn thanked them, and together the heroes galloped off to rescue Rapunzel. There he is in the prison. But don't worry, he's off on the horse to go and save the girl he loves. Back at the tower, though, Rapunzel sat in her bedroom, heartbroken. She held up the kingdom flag with the sun symbol and gazed at her wall of art. Then she noticed something amazing. She had been painting the sun symbol her whole life. She suddenly came to the realisation that she was the lost princess. Mother Gothel tried to justify her actions, but Rapunzel no longer believed her lies. Yeah, good. Before Rapunzel could reach the window, Mother Gothel overpowered her. Flynn finally arrived at the tower. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your long hair," he called. Rapunzel's golden locks fell to the ground and Flynn began to climb. When he reached the top, he found Rapunzel chained in the middle of the room. He wanted to help her, but Mother Gothel wounded him with a dagger. Ugh! Oh no! Rapunzel was desperate to save Flynn. She begged Mother Gothel to allow her to heal him. In return, Rapunzel promised Mother Gothel she would stay with her forever. Oh, what a sacrifice! This is a heartwarming story. Mother Gothel agreed to the deal and unchained Rapunzel. She knew Rapunzel never broke a promise, but she chained Flynn to the wall just in case. Rapunzel rushed to Flynn's side and placed her hair on his wound. "No, Rapunzel, don't do this," begged Flynn. "I'll be fine," said Rapunzel, looking into Flynn's eyes. "If you're okay, I'll be fine." Oh! Flynn caressed her cheek. Then suddenly he reached for a shard of broken glass and cut off her hair. It instantly turned brown and lost its magic healing powers. "What have you done?" cried Mother Gothel. Within moments, she aged hundreds and hundreds of years and turned to dust. Rapunzel cradled Flynn in her arms and began to weep. A single golden tear fell upon Flynn's cheek. To Rapunzel's astonishment, the tear, and then Flynn's entire body, began to glow. Flynn was healed! "Rapunzel!" he exclaimed. The two embraced and shared their first kiss. Oh my goodness me, I can't cope. They're so in love. Flynn, Pascal, and Maximus brought Rapunzel straight to the castle. Her parents rushed to hug her. There they are, look. Oh, back as a gorgeous family. They were filled with joy. Their daughter had finally been returned to them. Rapunzel felt her parents' love surround her as they all hugged each other tightly. A family once more. Soon all of the townspeople gathered for a welcome home party. The king, the queen were there, along with Flynn, Pascal, and Maximus, and the pub thugs. The kingdom released floating lanterns into the sky. Their light had guided the princess home at last. There they are. There's all the lanterns. Oh, beautiful. I'm glad Rapunzel found her mother and father in the end. Oh, what a heartwarming story. Thank you so much for joining me for a story time with Rapunzel. If you've got any other stories that you like, me to read, do comment below. I'll be back, Georgina, not this next Sunday, the Sunday after. So 2 weeks' time, and maybe we'll do a bit of a quiz and a scavenger hunt. Something a bit more active. But thank you so much for joining me. I might even go and watch the film now. I might go and watch Tangled. So if you've got Disney Plus, maybe you could watch that. But thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the story, and make sure you tune in to Non-Stop Kids live again tomorrow, 1 p.m, for more fun and games. Enjoy your Sunday afternoon. Get out in the sun if it's sunny by you, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.